A very good morning to all my dear students of class 7. Today our topic is prepositions, which is unit 14 of your English elementary grammar and composition book. Okay. So preposition is such a topic which we are doing since class 1 to very junior classes. Sometimes we find it very easy. You people find it very easy. But sometimes you find it to be very much confusing. Prepositions is easy on one hand. On the other hand, preposition is very vast. There are lots and lots of appropriate prepositions which are very confusing and which are not very easy for anybody to remind, not only for you students but also for grown-up people. And the error corrections are mostly based on prepositions and appropriate prepositions. So in previous class also, in the previous class 6, when I used to take your class, I told you to prepare the list of prepositions, appropriate prepositions from a good compiled edition book. So let's start from the definition. What is a preposition, student? A preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation to something else. Okay. So say for example, if I say any from here I am taking any sentence. Okay. It snows in winter. So which one is preposition? In. If I remove in, so it snows winter. Okay, we will go out in the evening. Again we are removing in. So we will go out the evening. So without prepositions, the sentence become meaningless. Without prepositions, the sentences become meaningless. So prepositions, see here, I am showing this sentence only, is placed before a noun, winter is a noun, or a pronoun to show its relation with the other part of the sentence. So what is the relationship between snow and between winter and the other part of the sentence is represented through the preposition in. So it is an integral part of the sentence that we should keep in our mind and use correct preposition wherever required. So preposition, though a very little part of sentence, yet a very important and integral part. It is placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with to something else or with the other part of the sentence. Okay. So now you will write the definition in your copy. You will give not these examples like at the beach, near the beach, below the sea, beside the sea. These examples you will not give in your copy. In your copy you will give examples in full sentence. Okay. Now comes, there are 3 kinds of prepositions which also you will write in your copy. Keep in your mind that a simple preposition, that is in, on, with, by, through, from, since, of, of, out, over, during, etc. Whatever the with, without, all are simple prepositions. And then comes without is compound. Sorry, I told it mistakenly. With is simple, and compound prepositions are across, along, around, before, beside, beneath, beyond, between, below, upon, underneath, into, without, within, inside, outside. And phrasal prepositions. Phrasal prepositions are along with, in spite of, according to, in lieu of, because of, in case, away from, instead of, in addition to. These are called compound prepositions. So students, I will tell you to write these 3 types of prepositions and the list in your copy. Why? Because in your exercises, maybe the question will be fill in the blanks with compound prepositions, fill in the blanks with phrasal prepositions. So if you write them once in your copy, you can remind them better and it will be easier for you to answer. So there are 3 types of prepositions: simple, compound, phrasal, and you will write this. Okay. Next, we will come to the exercise which you will try and do now. I like the previous topics. I will just tell you to do, and today only I will just post the answers, and you will see whether your answers are corrected or not. Now, underline the prepositions in the passage. From this passage, you will underline the prepositions. You will underline the prepositions. I hope you can do. I'm just doing one across. Okay. So next rest you will do. Fill in the blanks with simple prepositions. In bracket it is given at, in, for, on. I met my friend at the station. Like that you will complete this. There are 5. Easy. In some of the sentences there are 2 blanks. You will fill with simple prepositions. Then fill in the blanks with compound prepositions. Unless, about, besides, between and among. Unless, about, besides, between and among. Okay. So for this compound preposition, I will just explain you one thing. Between and among, keep it in your mind, students. Between is placed when there are 2 persons or things, and among is more than 2. Like divide the cake between the 2 friends. Divide the cake among the students. So if there are 2, then it is between. If there is more than 2, then it is among. Okay. And besides, students, beside means by the side. But besides, this you will keep in your mind. Besides means apart from. Like besides being a teacher, I have a lot of interest in music. Okay. So apart from. So besides being a doctor, Mr. Mathur is a poet. So that means apart from being a doctor, he is a poet also. So besides means besides, not beside. Besides is apart from, and beside is just mark the difference. Beside means by the side of. Understood? He is sitting beside me. So these things you will write in your copy. Okay. So keep in your mind. And under, about, these 2 you know. So fill in the blanks. Okay. Next, prepositions of time, place, direction and movement. So prepositions of time, place, directions and movement. You see, students, in first one here you will get prepositions of time and their uses, where we use on, where we use by. In this chapter, in this book, preposition is so nicely explained that all the uses are given. I will request you all to go through them. Read them time and again aloud, this portion. What are the prepositions of time and how they are used? All the uses are given. You know, on, where to put, by, you know, about, know, before, you know, during, you know, for, you know, in, you know, from and to, you know, on, you know, until, you know, to, you know, upon, you know, and since also, you know. And since is, this one I tell you several times, since is for point of time. Point of time, and for is for period of time. I am playing for 2 hours. I am playing since 9 o'clock. Understood? Point of time, period of time. The rest I hope you know. So on, by, about, you know where to use. Just read them and then fill in the blanks. Try to do it. You do it in book. Then I will post you the answers. You will see you will correct your answers by seeing my solved exercises. You will do that and then you will write in your copy. And this you will correct yourself. That means you will learn from your own mistakes, students. Then prepositions of place. So what are prepositions of place? These are the list of prepositions of place. Upon, at, beside, down, under, outside, on, from, by, below, across, around, over, opposite, beneath, around, round. Okay, these are prepositions of place. Now where to write, where to use which one? The use is shown by example in your book. You know, over, opposite, inside, into, off, O-double-F of, you know, to fall off some place. Okay, so from along, around, beside, just explained, below, okay. So against, over, by, across, above, all so read them and do this. Okay, next comes prepositions of directions. To which direction it is. What are they? They are up, upon, to, from, into, out of, towards, away from, through, for, it. See, it is given. This will seem a little bit tough maybe for you, like towards the sea, away from the scene, through, through the tunnel, we say na. Into, if some, into the hall, that means with a force, with a movement. Up, down, no. Over, over the hall, bounced over, that means up, over the hall. To, and out of, these are all directions. Okay, so whenever we used to have those, if you can remember, whenever we used to do smart class, the movements that we used to see in the cartoon characters made our lessons easy. So you just imagine these things, and you can see these movements in and relate. You can see these movements in your real life and relate them with this. Okay, so try to enact and do, so it will be easier for you. Then you just do fill in the blanks with this. So fill in the blanks, I am not just doing it now. You try, by evening you will get the answers and correct them. There is a mistake in each of the sentences given below. Underline the mistakes and correct them. Like here one is given. Okay. In each and every sentence there is a mistake. You will correct them. You will just correct the mistakes. You will just underline the mistake here and write the correct one. One is done for you. Try this, students. Next comes some special prepositions. This you will keep in your mind. The use of by and with. So by we use for person. By we use for person. Here it is written by is used after verbs in passive to express the agent or doer of an action. Okay. With is used for the instrument with which the action is done. So I am telling you, by is the agent or doer. For easier thing, generally by is used for person, which is mentioned as agent or doer, and with is used for instrument, which is generally things, objects. Okay, I will say I have the letter is written by him with a pen. So him is the doer, agent, and pen is the instrument. Understood? Understood, students? After and in. After is used to denote at the end of a period of time in the past. In is used to denote at the end of a period of time in future. So keep in mind, after is used, both are used to denote at the end, to denote the completion at the end. After is used in past and in is used in the future. Like she came back after an hour from the market. It is in the past because came back. We promised to come back in an hour. So we promised to come back in an hour. It is denoting future. Okay, then on time and in time. There is a slight difference. These are very important. On time and in time. On time is at the stipulated time. Before, neither before nor after. On the stipulated time. I reached on time. That means I was supposed to reach by 10:30 and I reached 10:30. Neither I reached by 10 o'clock nor by 11 o'clock. On time, on the stipulated time. In time is not late. On time is at stipulated time. In time is not late. Generally we say, if you just remember, when we travel by train, we ask, is the train on time? That means, is the train going to reach the destination on the scheduled time, on time. And in time is students not late. That means before it, not late. In time, on time and in time, there is a difference. The Shatabdi Express reached Delhi on time. We did not reach the theater in time to see the show. Okay, so difference you have understood. This is the last one you will also do. So students, this is, I have completed this in one full class, so the video is longer. Patiently see the whole video, prepositions, and I will send you the answers very soon. And literature answers I will send you. I just want to tell you, grammar though you were doing, literature I will send the answers. Don't be very much tense that so many answers Miss gave. They are there in your Vasam. Take your own time, write in your own time. Don't take any stress. Do it on your own time. Okay, whenever you feel like. There are Saturdays and Sundays if the answers are posted. I'm not telling for grammar. For literature, if you want to do something in evening, something on Saturday, Sunday, you can do. Literature answers will also be posted. So see you tomorrow. Okay, and that I will post PDFs for answers and grammar exercises. Okay, literature and grammar both today. So see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.